And today I'll tell you about the mirror of truth. Anna had always been good, a good daughter, a good friend, a good partner. She listened, she helped, she sacrificed. She shaped herself to fit the needs of others, hoping that if she was kind enough, patient enough, she would stay. That someone would finally see her, truly see her. But no one did. They loved what she gave them, the warmth, the support, the quiet understanding. But when she needed the same in return, there was only silence. One night, after yet another message left unread, another call that never came, another reminder that she was alone, Anna walked through the city with no direction. She wasn't even sure what hurt more, the loneliness or the fact that she had let herself disappear in her efforts to be everything for everyone. A soft rain began to fall. She barely noticed. It was then she saw it, a small antique shop, barely noticeable, tucked between two buildings as if it had been waiting for her. The light inside was warm, inviting, the kind that promised quiet understanding. She stepped inside. The shop smelled of old wood and forgotten stories. Shelves were lined with strange artifacts, delicate porcelain dolls, books with crumbling pages, clocks that ticked slightly out of rhythm. Behind the counter stood an elderly woman with silver hair and deep, knowing eyes. "You look tired, child," the woman said. Anna almost laughed. Tired wasn't the word. She was hollow, like a house that had once been filled with music, but now stood abandoned, collecting dust. "I don't know who I am anymore," she admitted. "I've spent my whole life trying to be what others need, and now I don't know what's left of me." The woman studied her for a long moment. Then, without a word, she motioned for Anna to follow. At the back of the shop stood a tall mirror, its silver frame carved with intricate patterns. The glass shimmered strangely, as if it's hiding something beneath the surface. "This," the woman said, "is the mirror of truth. It will show you what you have forgotten." Anna hesitated. She had looked into mirrors all her life, fixing her hair, adjusting her smile, but this one felt different. She stepped forward. At first, she saw only her reflection. Pale skin, tired eyes, a woman who had given too much and received too little. Then the image shifted. She saw herself as a child, laughing, running barefoot through a field, untouched by fear or doubt. She had forgotten that girl. Then she saw herself at different points in her life. The first time she silenced her own desires to make someone else happy. The night she cried alone because she was always the one who listened, never the one who was heard. The moment she realized that no matter how much she gave, it would never be enough to make someone stay. And finally, she saw herself as she could be, not perfect, not selfless, but whole. Her breath caught. The woman placed a gentle hand on Anna's shoulder. "You've spent your life searching for love in others," she said softly. "But the love you seek, the love that will never leave you, is already inside you. You just need to choose it." Tears slid down Anna's cheek. "How?" she whispered. "By remembering," the woman said, "by choosing yourself every day, even when it feels unnatural, by allowing yourself to take up space, to ask for what you need, by believing you're worthy, not because of what you give, but because you are." Anna reached out and touched the mirror. The moment her fingers met the glass, the reflection shimmered, and for the first time in years, she saw herself. Not as someone's friend, someone's daughter, someone's supporter, but as Anna. She was enough. When she finally stepped away from the mirror, she felt different, lighter, as if she had been carrying a heavy weight her whole life without realizing it. And now, finally, she had set it down. The woman handed her a small silver key. "Come back if you forget," she said. Anna held the key tightly. She didn't know what tomorrow would bring. She didn't know if she would wake up still feeling lost, if she would struggle to unlearn years of giving herself away. But as she stepped out of the shop, she realized something. The journey wasn't over, it was just beginning. For the first time in her life, she was going to meet herself, not through the eyes of others, not through their approval or rejection, but through her own eyes. And this journey would take time. Some days she would wake up and still feel the urge to be small, to shrink, to please. But now she would recognize it. She would remind herself that she deserved to take up space. Some days she would still long for love from others, but now she would know that real love, the kind that stays, only finds you when you love yourself first. Because only when you see your own worth, when you cherish yourself the way you long for others to cherish you, only then will the world reflect that love back to you. And so Anna walked forward, not towards someone else, not towards validation, but towards herself, towards love, the kind that had been waiting for her all along. What do you think, my dear? Self-love is not found in a single moment, but in the choice to love yourself every single day. And you, my darling, are on this journey too. And I promise you, when you truly see your own worth, when you feel that deep love for yourself, the world will mirror it back to you in ways more beautiful than you can imagine.